Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel, The Guided Intuitive, and welcome to your love read for the second half of the month. I am going to finish out the signs for the second half of the month, and then I'll start in December. I've got a little bit of a breath. I have had a very hectic schedule, guys. I am working on three things, all right? And typically I do not do that. However, I've had to divide my schedule that way. And one of the things that I've been working on, which I want to share with you because it's coming up in your love read, is I've been taking a class, or taking some classes, but this in particular, the word that I got for you was study, and it's coming up in your love read. So I don't know if I know that what I'm getting for you is about, learning something, it could be learning something new from something that you currently do. So learning a new way about something old that you're doing. Or it's an opportunity, that it wants you to challenge yourself throughout your life. And maybe you're going to meet someone in a workshop, in a study group or whatever, but it's coming up in your love read. And the spirit is saying, hey, it's time for it wants you to expand your learning in some way. And it hasn't come out for anyone. And I don't have Capricorn in my chart. I do have Earth, Taurus, but what's interesting is that it's coming out for you. It's time to study again is what it's saying. So maybe you need to get down to the basics of a relationship or in a connection, study the situation, right? For some of you, but it's really what I'm getting is taking a class. I do not know why it's showing up in your love read. Take it as you see fit, guys. Okay. Never stop growing and challenging yourself, guys, right? We're always a student of learning. So let's take a look, and let me start with you. It's going to be you and this other person. I'll start with you on one side, and we'll jump to the other, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. Definitely like, subscribe, note your comments. I'd love to hear from you. And let's go ahead and get going. All right. So let's take a look. What do we got? Ooh, how interesting. I think that you found something out during the full moon at the beginning of the month, or something of the sort. And I'm reading everything straight up. So just FYI. So let's take a look. Give me a couple more for Capricorn. What we have here. What do we get here? Oh, this is powerful. I'm not surprised, you guys. So what I get here is at the bottom of the deck is the 8 of Stars. Now, 8s are about some sort of transformation. You're weaving in some sort of transformation, and it's like you're threading in a new star in your life, bringing aboard something new. And so what I get is that there is some sort of transformation or change that is taking place, and it was through some sort of experience. It could be that a connection with someone. If it's not that way, this is about you weaving in what your love life on how you see fit. So creating the tapestry of stars as it pertains to your love life, and you're actually being a part of it, right? So I get that, this being like it's about, what, this is so funny. This is the Pentacles in the traditional deck. And this is education and engagement. You guys, it's coming up again. Isn't this interesting? Wow, I didn't even put that together until I just started looking at the card. And it's about you are in control of creating the life that you want, and it's time for expansion, hence the stars, right? And it serves as pentacles in this deck, and it's about a transformation in education and engagement. So there's going to be some sort of transformation in getting more education and engaging with others. And I wouldn't be surprised if you meet someone, but this is what's coming through. So where you're at right now, there is, I get the full moon, and we've had the full moon at the beginning of the month. I think that actually was in Taurus, wasn't it? Because what do we have? My moon calendar, the new moon's in Sagittarius on the 23rd of this month. But in any event, you can kind of see that there's like a keyhole, and it almost appears that something is visible. It's like you are recognizing the door to go through, in terms of giving you abundance. So I feel that maybe at the beginning of the month, you realized the door that you needed to step through as it pertains to love life. And the next card that I get is, it's the 2 of Stars, which is all about balance and adaptability. You each are carrying something in your hand. So it could be you recognizing like the answer that opens the door right? And it's all about creating balance, all right? So there's a sense of balance and adaptability in a connection or in yourself or in a relationship that's going to be key. Like flexibility will be very, very key. Let's take a look at anything else that wants to shine through, all right? Give me anything else in terms of this. Let's say this Two of Stars here. Anything else? What do we get? Yeah, you know what it is? I get a detox, like a spiritual purging. So some of you could be balancing yourself out or a connection, but it starts with you. It starts from the inner, right? So you're detoxing and going through some sort of spiritual cleansing from a situation. And what else do I get? And then I get celebration and good times together. So I think that maybe what you're doing is kind of detoxifying yourself and preparing yourself towards love, or, you know, really going through and clearing your energies for that. And then there's an opportunity for get-togethers is what I get. Wow. There could be some good times with others, you know, and again, it might be, you know, engaging with others. Could be an engagement as well. So for some of you, that could be the case. But if you're not connected, this is what I get that's coming through here. Let's take a look at what it is that you need to focus in on. And this is interesting because this is kind of like the wild card in this deck. And so what I get is that like the world is your oyster, and it's almost like you have the opportunity to work in you know, with the phases of the moon. And the interesting thing is that the new moon in Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and that brings in luck. And it's ruled by Jupiter in Pisces, and Jupiter is going to remain in Pisces until like the, I don't know, mid-December, near the end or so, December 20th. And it gives you opportunities for more luck, more opportunities for growth, more opportunities for self-care. And I think that's why the detoxing came out. It's like a part of this process for you. It's relating to love, right? And it is relating to saying that the universe is kind of like you're co-creating with the universe. So you're kind of going with the rhythmic beats and the synergy between you and the universe and the phases of the moon and the process. Let's pull another card on this wild card, because it's saying that you can get, this is about manifesting what you want to receive in love. And it's what you need to focus in on right now. And then we got Jupiter and Saturn. I mean, it's great, guys. I think that's what's really, you know, coming through here. What else do we get here? Ace of Stars. Oh, yeah. I just said this. This indicates manifestation and prosperity. So like I said, like you're manifesting what it is that you want, boom. As you concentrate on this, what you want in your love life, this is what comes through. So there's a sense of manifestation, and it's almost as if that you're using the universe and the phases of the moon to work with you in this process in your manifestation. Wow. And it could be that by engaging and moving forward in and getting, you know, it could be esoteric studies. It could be focusing on whatever studies in your industry that you're working on, but it's coming through in your love life. You may meet someone through this process. I think a lot of you are getting out of something that you put to an end. And the interesting thing is we got the Death card, you know, which is scorpionic energy. And this tells me you put something to an end, you know, in the situation. And then what I get in terms of your strength position is the Eight of Wands, is the Ace of Wands, new inspiration and new creation. This is like this rebirth, this beautiful new energy for yourself. And it started by you went into this read by, you know, in the recent past by putting something to an end, and that caused a sense of transformation for you. Now, this could be for some of you if you've been in a connection, or this could be about how you view your love life, and you had to put something to an end so you can move forward in a direction that is best fitting for you. And only you know what that is for you, okay? So don't give away your power. Know that is for you to decide. But there is a sense of new energy with new inspiration coming through. Let's take a look at Capricorn and anything else in your strength position that we get here. Yes, Seven of Swords. You know, sevens is in a house of partnerships, and the sword energy is that there perhaps was some sort of loss, all right? Some sort of betrayal in something. And it's house of partnerships. This could be if you were partnered with someone. Now, if it's not with someone, it could be the reasoning of the mind, because this is about putting an end to this reasoning of the mind pertaining to relationships. And I'm going to pull a card specifically for that. Let's pull a card in the Seven of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that's coming through here. And we got a lot of fire energy in your strength and a lot of air, okay? So it could be dealing with this is you taking on that energy or perhaps dealing with someone, but I'm focused on you right now. There's some sort of confession. Maybe that there is hidden feelings that are going to come to the surface after something that has in a connection that's been put to an end. Give me one more card in terms of this confession. What do we get? Two of Wands. Wow, now progress is being made in discovery. So your strength is almost as if that you just focus in on your positive energies, focus in on what supports you inside, and then it obviously appears on the outside. But it's about you having new inspiration after some sort of defeat or loss, and then hidden feelings come to the surface. Now this could be you confessing to someone, or someone confessing to you, and this is saying, okay, now progress is going to be made. So it could be in a connection that a confession is important, or a confession is the catalyst to create change, and it's in a strength position for you. Let's take a look at the near future. We get the Six of Stars. Sixes are self-improvement, and this is about the pentacle energy. So I feel that there is self-improvement in terms of equal giving and receiving, right? It's giving, it's charity, it's receiving. So it's about an opportunity to be able to, with the Six of self-improvement, it's about birthing something new, of bringing forth generosity and equal kind of give and take within a connection. All right, let's take a look at anything else. What do we get? The Hermit card. Wow, Virgo energy. Now, you could be taking on this energy and going within and really focusing in on the inventory of yourself and pondering how you see and visualize your love life. It could be this manifesting on how you want to improve and shining the light on that. All right, could be doing with the Virgo. And then I get the Three of Moons. And the Three of Moons is about friendship. It is about community, right? So maybe you meet someone, or maybe that, maybe a Virgo is a friend of yours, or Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo is also what I get, in terms of the Six of Stars. So I feel that there's a lot of earth energy moving forward. You're pondering on where you would like to move forward in equal give and take, and generosity and caring. And then I get friendships and connections. I am going to pull a card on this in the near future, because I get the Three of Moons. And it's interesting because, three is about your mindset, your speaking and thinking. So maybe you're going and thinking about how you want to move forward. Let's take a look. Unrequited love. I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo, but if you are, there could be some sort of unrequited love in the process. Maybe things aren't the same anymore and they're moving to a friend, and then you are moving forward in a different way. Maybe you've lost the spark in something or in a connection. They don't necessarily have to be that sign, but it could be that you're pondering, and if you're taking on all this energy and you've made some progress in it, and maybe for some of you have realized that you've gone through a lot of self-improvement from pondering and doing this here, that there was some sort of unrequited love. Now let me pull one more card to see if there's anything else that wants to come through. Give me a card on this Hermit card. What do we get? Yeah, there's some sort of transformation. This is a transformation that you have gone through, a shift and transformed. And that was that detox and spiritual cleansing that we saw at the very beginning, okay? So maybe there was some sort of confession, and you're rising up like the phoenix through this process. So you're transforming. So what it is that is your suggested approach? Ten of Wands. This is about persevering. This is a 10. So this is about you reaching that point. So this is really good, because it tells me that there is some sort of enthusiastic, some sort of, I don't know, you've let go of any sort of burdens that you have held, and almost feel that you've had to hold everything, like the hands are full. The hands can't take any more here. It's about letting go of the burdens of the situation, all right? And anything else that I get from the Ten of Wands, fire energy. And what do I get? A detour. Wow, now taking an alternate course of action is going to be necessary. If you're having problems or challenges in a connection, this could be you thinking of an alternate source of a direction, a detour, and a different way to handle it as you had done before, right? And so this is what I'm getting. There is a roadblock here, and there needs to be some sort of change that needs to be set in terms of that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Give me one more card on this. What do we get? Fantasy. Yeah, it could be, fat guys. It may be that someone was in a fantasy and it was they were in a realm or in a world that just really didn't exist. And so that detour needs to be made on that. Now, this could be you or another person around you. But what I get in terms of what you need to know is the King of Moons. And this is about balancing emotions. So this is authority over your emotions. And this is a king, you know, in terms of that. So the moon has to do with cups in this deck. So what I'm getting is what you need to focus in on is you have an authority over your emotions. Maybe some of you kind of the fantasy kind of got away with it. You are another person and it's about getting authority over your emotions and be able to move forward. So especially because there's some sort of new beginning. It's about taking a risk and a new beginning in love. And when you do that with the final outcome, the final outcome at this point is like at the Emperor energy, Aries energy. This is about being balanced. It's kind of like you've reached this balance, like what you need to know with this, you know, authority over emotions with this King of Moons. And you are moving forward in a brand new beginning, and it involves taking some sort of risk, and it brings in balance. So give me a card on this. I'm just curious. There's some sort of new beginning. You're taking some sort of risk, but it's kind of like a risk that you have, like you know you're going to be okay no matter what. It's that type of risk. So this is what I'm getting. There is a risk, a detour that you'll have to take to bring in balance to the situation. What else do I get? What do I get? Wow, happy home, things going well, being happy and content. So it's about taking some sort of risk, right? And it's almost as it might have to do with trust, being able to trust again and opening up your portal of trust, knowing that you're strong enough now, you're an authority of your emotions now, and you no longer have to shelter love off from coming in. And this is and it has to do with the trust issue. So guys, this is what I'm getting. Now let's take a look at this other person on them. What do we get for them? So we get the Six of Moons, all right, and we get the Page of Wands. Okay, that's coming through here. And wow, okay, let's take a look. And what do we get so far? Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, what do we have? Knight of Stars. This is the Knight of Pentacles, all right? So this tells me that this is about putting in the energy, putting in the work, doing the day-to-day things that are important in a relationship, big and small. It's like the mundane things that really build up and create trust in a relationship. And this is the underlying energy. So this person on this side is like the underlying energy is like willing to put in some effort. All right. So if you've got someone in mind or someone that you might meet coming forth, you know, they could be a Capricorn energy. And I also get water and air and even fire. It could be any sign, guys. So, but what I get where this person is right now is the Six of Moons. And this is like the Six of Cups, is they're looking back at the past, like the innocence and the nostalgia of something, right? And what's crossing them is the Page of Wands. There's a message coming through that is a discovery that they've made. So, and there's growth here on this wand, on this crystal. So it's about this person making some sort of discovery from their past, right? And so this is what I get. Anything else that wants to come through? You're going to probably get a message from this person, or they've received a message. Give me a card of the Page of Wands, fire energy. Yeah, this is about, they've realized why they perhaps were, they don't have to feel alone and abandoned in life. All right. And what else? And they don't, this is a stubbornness is what I get. And then what else? Wishes coming true. You see, I kind of feel that this person kind of felt maybe alone, you know, and this is about that they felt that talking to you or talking in their previous connection, that maybe they were being stubborn, okay, but they felt a sense of stubbornness in the connection. And then I get wishes coming true, dreams coming to fruition, okay. So this is saying is that this person realized that maybe perhaps they were stubborn and that's what kept them alone. And so now they're moving forward and creating their dreams and understanding that. And I think what they're doing and what they need to focus in on is the Six of Swords. Could be doing with an air sign. And this is person walking away from the reasoning of the past. So if they were stubborn before, or they, kind of felt that they were alone in the situation or keeping themselves alone, it was probably by their doing, but they're walking away from that thinking. So I'm going to pull a card on this, walking away from that thinking. Let's take a look from the Six of Swords, because that's self-improvement of them walking away. And then what else do I get? Yeah, they were betraying themselves with their mindset, with their reasoning. So I think that they have actually, maybe there was a violation of trust in the connection or in their past love life that they really need to walk away from and move on. Yeah, it was a teaching moment for them. All right. They could also be a teacher, but I think that they also have learned lessons in their life. And in their strength position is the Hangman. It does them good to be able to think and look at something from a different perspective. And that is what they're doing, especially with this new moon coming up in Sagittarius. With, it's a perfect time for them to do that. So I get the Hangman right now, and it's in their strength position. Their strength position was to pause. So if you're connected with someone who is not connecting, it's because they're going through a big change within their life. And what else do I get? What do I get? The Eight of Moons. Eights are about transformation and change, renewal, sex and death and rebirth, of all transformation. But it was to bring in balance. They needed to stop for a moment and figure out which way they really want to go. So that's in their strength position. They had to stop, all right, to see what direction that they wanted to move forward that will bring in balance to their life. And then what do I get for that? Let's take a look. What do I get in love in terms of that? What do we get? Yeah, they were clouded. They needed to make a better judgment. So their strength position is real important, that they got the Hangman, so they're not taken advantage of, or they're not feel unappreciative. Focusing on their tradition and their values, okay? Their morals, their values, their beliefs, and then traveling in the direction they see fit. New places, new faces. Traveling could be the state of mind. It could be, focusing on going to different areas, and really focusing on the value that they bring in a relationship, a commitment. This is what is in their strength position. They're very honorable and loyal. Now, in their near future, I get the King of Stars. This is the King of Pentacles, very disciplined and controlling. And they could be taking on that energy. Or you might have, or you could be dealing, like I said, with an earth sign. But I'm more concerned about the Six of Wands, victory over being controlling. That could be the case, or being too disciplined and structured, and they have some sort of victory over that. So this is powerful, guys. Some sort of victory over that. And I think that maybe you were looking for a lot more partnership, so to speak. So if you're connecting with someone, or this is someone that's overcome being very disciplined and controlling, and being able to move beyond that. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, sparks, chemistry, new passion. Okay, guys, so we're going to find out. Now, if you're connected with this person is now ready to spark new passion, all right? They feel that they've made the self-improvement and the changes that they need to, but they needed the time. So if you were disconnected, that is what I feel that was happening. You yourself have gone through a transformation, so it's kind of like leveling up. So we'll find out what this person has told you, what they want most, and also feelings, how they feel about you, and what their next steps with timing will be. And then we'll do a potential outcome with oracle advice for you. We'll find out how you feel about them, what you want most, what you haven't told them, and what you hope the next steps to be as well. So if you're interested, click the link in the description box below, guys, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, namaste.